EPA poised to revoke legal basis that underpins all major U.S. climate laws. The Environmental Protection Agency is reportedly set to propose reversing the scientific determination that greenhouse gas emissions harm public health, a move that would undermine the legal foundation for major U.S. climate regulations, according to the Washington Post. The landmark 2009 endangerment finding, based on a 2007 Supreme Court ruling, concluded that 6 greenhouse gases, including carbon dioxide and methane, produced by human activity, pose a threat to public health and welfare under the Clean Air Act. Reversing the endangerment finding would gut one of the most consequential federal standards that had enabled the U.S. government to fight climate change by regulating vehicles, industries, and energy-producing facilities, making it easier for the EPA to roll back rules limiting greenhouse gas emissions. The EPA is also expected to roll back Biden-era tailpipe emissions rules, arguing these climate policies increase costs and limit consumer choice, according to the New York Times. The agency will reportedly contend that it lacks legal authority to regulate greenhouse gases to mitigate climate change, potentially dismantling the legal structure supporting decades of environmental policy.
US-EU trade tensions ease as 15% tariff deal reached. President Donald Trump announced a new trade deal with the European Union just ahead of the August 1st deadline, imposing a 15% tariff on most European goods, including automobiles. European Commission President Ursula von der Leyen clarified that aircraft, certain chemicals, and pharmaceuticals would be exempt from the tariffs. She also noted that the new tariffs will not stack on top of existing ones. While the 15% rate is lower than the 30% Trump had previously threatened, it remains higher than the EU's preferred 10%.
Galaxy S26 may feature AI from OpenAI and Perplexity in Samsung's new push. Samsung Electronics is exploring partnerships with OpenAI, Perplexity AI, and others to broaden the AI capabilities of its upcoming Galaxy S26 smartphone lineup beyond just using Google's Gemini. "We are talking to multiple vendors," said Choi Won-jun, Samsung's mobile division COO. "As long as these AI agents are competitive and can provide the best user experiences, we are open to any AI agent out there." Samsung is also reportedly close to investing in NVIDIA-backed Perplexity AI, aiming to integrate its app and assistant into future devices. Trump eyes 15 to 20% global tariff for non-deal nations. President Donald Trump said Monday he plans to impose a global tariff of 15% to 20% on countries that haven't negotiated individual trade deals with the U.S. For the world, I would say it'll be somewhere in the 15 to 20% range. "I just want to be nice," Trump stated during a visit to Scotland, where he met with UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer. Explaining the rationale, Trump added, "We're going to be setting a tariff for essentially the rest of the world, because you can't sit down and make 200 deals, according to CNBC. NVIDIA taps TSMC for massive H20 reorder after U.S. clearance. NVIDIA placed a fresh order for 300,000 new H20 AI chips from Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing to meet surging demand from China, according to Reuters, citing 2 unnamed sources. This move shifts the company's initial plan of relying solely on its existing inventory of 600,000 to 700,000 chips. The decision follows the Trump administration's recent clearance for NVIDIA to resume sales of H20 GPUs to China.
AMD surges 4% on plans to hike AI chip price nearly 70%. Shares of advanced micro devices rose around 4% on Monday, following a WCCF Tech report suggesting the company may raise the price of its Instinct MI350 AI chip from $15,000 to $25,000. This would mark nearly a 70% increase in average selling price. Despite the hike, AMD's chip would remain cheaper than NVIDIA's competing Blackwell B200. The price boost, cited in an HSBC analyst note, signals strong demand for AMD's AI products. WeRide wins first robo-taxi permit in Saudi Arabia, expanding autonomous fleet to 6th nation. WeRide has secured Saudi Arabia's first permit to operate robo-taxis, allowing it to begin autonomous vehicle services in partnership with Uber and local firm AI Driver in Riyadh. This approval expands WeRide's global presence and establishes it as the only autonomous tech firm with robo-taxi permits in 6 countries: Saudi Arabia, China, the UAE, Singapore, France, and the US.
Trump targets EPA's climate holy grail in sweeping rollback. The Trump administration on Tuesday proposed repealing the EPA's 2009 endangerment finding, the foundational scientific declaration that greenhouse gases endanger human health and welfare. The move would topple most of the EPA's climate regulations, including vehicle and power plant emission limits. EPA Administrator Lee Zeldin previously called the finding the holy grail of the climate change religion. In addition, the administration proposed scrapping all limits on carbon dioxide pollution from cars and trucks. The sweeping rollback, described as the most aggressive effort yet to dismantle climate rules, is expected to trigger intense legal challenges from environmental groups and Democratic-led states. The proposal will be open for 45 days of public comment once published in the Federal Register. Nextracker to roll out global AI and robotics solutions starting 2026. Nextracker has launched a new AI and robotics business initiative to enhance its solar technology solutions. The company has made 3 strategic acquisitions: On-Site Technology, which provides AI-driven robotic inspection and fire detection systems now available in the US; SenseHawk IP in August 2024 for AI-based 3D mapping of solar sites; and Amir Robotics in March 2025, which developed a water-free robotic cleaning solution to reduce yield loss from soiling. A global rollout of these AI and robotic solutions is scheduled to begin in 2026. President Howard Wenger said Nextracker's global tracker market share reached 26% in 2024, keeping it the #1 provider for the 10th year in a row. Procter & Gamble warns Walmart, Amazon, Costco of incoming price hikes. Procter & Gamble announced it will raise U.S. prices starting next month after estimating tariffs will cover 25% of all products and add about $1 billion in pre-tax costs for fiscal 2026. CFO Andre Schulten said price hikes will be in the mid-single-digit percentages and in some cases will come with enhanced product features. The move marks a reversal from April, when P&G said it was working to offset tariffs instead of passing on costs. The company has notified major retailers like Walmart, Target, Amazon, and Costco. While these retailers typically pass on price increases to consumers, some delays may occur for competitive reasons. Walmart CFO John Rainey recently told CNBC the company has not raised prices in response to tariffs, choosing instead to absorb costs to gain market share.
Waymo to launch Dallas robotaxi service with Avis partnership next year. The company has partnered with Avis Budget Group to manage its autonomous fleet, marking Avis's entry into the mobility services space. Waymo is currently testing self-driving Jaguar I-Pace EVs in downtown Dallas, powered by its Waymo driver system, which enables Level 4 autonomous driving. Once operational, riders will be able to hail rides via the Waymo app. Waymo currently facilitates over 250,000 paid rides per week across its commercial markets.
Palo Alto Networks makes $25 billion bet on identity security with CyberArk deal. Palo Alto Networks announced it will acquire CyberArk for $25 billion, marking a major expansion into identity security as part of its multi-platform strategy. The deal is set to close in the second half of fiscal 2026 and is expected to be immediately accretive to revenue and gross margin. Palo Alto also anticipates it will boost free cash flow per share by fiscal 2028 after synergy benefits are fully realized.
Stargate Norway to host 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs by 2026. OpenAI, Nscale and Acre have announced Stargate Norway, OpenAI's first AI data center initiative in Europe, a 230-megawatt AI data center under the OpenAI for Countries program. The facility aims to deploy 100,000 NVIDIA GPUs by 2026, with future expansion plans for 290 megawatts more. Nscale will design and build the site, with ownership split 50-50 between Nscale and Acre.
MP Materials deal, not a one-off. Trump administration officials told rare earths producers they're reviving a COVID-style strategy to strengthen U.S. critical minerals output, including guaranteed minimum prices to spur production, according to Reuters. At a July 24th meeting led by Trump trade advisor Peter Navarro and NSC official David Copley, officials told rare earth companies that the floor price arrangement given to MP Materials was not a one-off. According to Reuters, President Trump wants a swift scale-up of rare earth production, modeled after Operation Warp Speed, which fast-tracked the COVID vaccine in 2020. Following the news, USA Rare Earth rose 14%, Ramaco Resources 2.6%, while TMC the metals company and Rare Element Resources declined by 2.8% and 2.1% respectively.
Robotaxis or not, Tesla rolls out chauffeured ride-hailing service in San Francisco. Tesla has launched a ride-hailing service in the San Francisco Bay Area, following its earlier rollout in Austin. Elon Musk announced the move with a brief post on X. You can now ride-hail a Tesla in the SF Bay Area, in addition to Austin. However, California regulators have not authorized Tesla to operate a full robotaxi service. The California Public Utilities Commission clarified Tesla is not permitted to test or transport the public using self-driving vehicles, whether a driver is present or not. Given the restrictions, Musk's announcement likely refers to a chauffeur-style service using Tesla's full self-driving, supervised software, which still requires human oversight behind the wheel.